Hi everyone, and welcome to this tutorial. In this session, we'll explore some of the new features of the gauge element as we walk through the process of creating a simple timer. Let's jump right in and see what this powerful tool can do. We'll start by adding a gauge element to our scene. Once it's in place, we'll head over to the HUD and UI Elements panel and click on Clear Gauge Elements to remove all the predefined sub-elements. Moving into the Marker section, we'll add our first marker and open up its properties. To fine-tune it, let's divide both the width and the length by 2. We'll rotate it to face 180 degrees and make sure the subdivisions are set to 12. Now, let's duplicate that markers by clicking on Clone Sub-Element and expand its settings. Then, we'll multiply the subdivisions by 5, flip the orientation back to 0, and give it a radius offset of 0.001 so we can clearly see the changes. To make things a little more interesting, let's turn on Hide Sub-Elements. We'll set the base number to 5 and enable Shift Angle. This gives us a nice staggered layout, where 4 smaller divisions appear between each pair of main markers. Now that we can see the effect, we'll go ahead and reset the radius offset to 0 and bring the orientation back to 180. Then we'll refine the shape by halving the width and adjusting the length to about 80% of its original size. That's all we need for the markers, so let's collapse that section. Now let's head into the Arc section and open up the Parameters tab. We'll go ahead and add our first arc by clicking the Add button. Once it's in place, we'll expand its settings. We'll set the thickness to a very subtle 0.0002, stretch the angle to a full 360 degrees to create a complete circle. Increase the subdivisions to 128 for a smoother curve and set the radius offset to 0.001. Next, we'll clone this arc to add another visual layer. On the duplicate, we'll make it stand out a bit more by increasing the thickness to 0.0008, and then we'll gently push it outward by setting the radius offset to 0.004. Now let's shift our focus to the nodes. We'll head over to the Nodes Parameter section and add a new node to our gauge element. Once it's in place, we'll dive into its settings. Let's start by setting the radius offset to 0.0017, giving it just enough spacing from the center to sit neatly within our design. Then we'll adjust the node radius to 0.0004, and finally, we'll increase the subdivisions to 120. With this setup, our nodes are now cleanly integrated into the layout. Now it's time to set up a dynamic pointer. Let's start by collapsing the node's parameters, and then expand the Pointers tab. From here, we'll add a new pointer to the gauge and change its type to capsule. Next, we'll set the radius to 0.002, the length to 0.02, and the radius offset to 0.02. Now that our pointer is in place, we're ready to link it dynamically to a node. To do that, we'll first enable the animation. Then we'll jump back into the node's parameters, copy the name of our node, and paste it into the node control name field under the pointer settings. You might notice that the node disappears at this point. To fix it, we'll simply apply a full 360-degree rotation to the orientation. To wrap things up, let's bring our pointer to life with a simple custom animation. We'll begin by splitting the viewport horizontally and switching one of the panels to the graph editor so we can easily manage our keyframes. With the timeline set to the very first frame, we'll insert a keyframe for the pointer's orientation. Then we'll move to frame 90, set the orientation to 0 degrees, and drop in another keyframe there. In the graph editor, let's select all the keyframes and press the period key to focus the view. Now we'll right-click on one of the keyframes, head over to interpolation mode, and switch it to linear. This gives us a steady animation. Let's hit play and see how it feels. To make the animation loop endless, we can select one of the keyframes and add a cycles modifier. And there we go. We've just built a clean, animated timer using HUD and UI gauge element. complete with markers, arcs, nodes, and a pointer that can drive interactions. A great example of how flexible this new element can be. If you found this tutorial helpful, feel free to give it a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.